A Cleveland police officer facing rape and sexual assault charges learned his fate today. Good evening, everyone. I'm DeLon Dillard.
And I'm COURTNEY GOUSMAN. Officer Matthew Piter was indicted on 3 counts of rape and 1 count of gross sexual imposition. Those charges stem from 2 separate incidents with 2 women in 2017 and 2019.
But he was only convicted on charges from one of those incidents. News 5's JADE Jarvis was in the courtroom when the judge delivered that verdict, and she spoke with the accuser whose claims were ultimately dismissed.
Piter was charged with raping those 2 women after meeting them on dating apps. A judge said he found both women to be credible in their testimonies, but at the end of the day, only one of them walked away with justice, and the other just disappointed and dismayed.
Obviously disappointed.
Lauren Little watched via Zoom call when Cuyahoga County Judge John J. Russo declared Officer Matthew Piter not guilty of 2 counts of rape Monday morning. Little says Piter sexually assaulted her back in 2017, and last year he was indicted on those rape charges plus another count of rape and gross sexual imposition stemming from another separate incident in 2019. But Russo says the evidence in Little's case didn't rise to the acceptable legal standard for a rape conviction.
I do believe Miss Little, and I do find her to be credible. I believe, Mr. Piter, that something happened that night. And I do find, as I said, Miss Little's testimony credible. But the evidence is evidence presented beyond a reasonable doubt.
The verdict, a crushing blow for Little, who traveled from Washington State back to Cleveland to testify.
You tell the world your story, tell a court your story, and then still get to hear, I believe your testimony. I believe that you're a good, honest person. I believe the events of that happened that night, but we're still going to rule not guilty.
Russo did find Piter guilty of 2 counts of gross sexual imposition in the 2019 incident, downgrading the rape charge there because he felt even though the evidence and testimony was credible, it wasn't enough to convict on that charge.
So bittersweet. I'm happy that, there's going to be some accountability on his part. But I don't feel that it's nearly as stringent as it should have been.
Despite the outcome, Little says she's grateful for the support she's received from prosecutors and is ready to move forward.
I'm really thankful that they believed us and listened to our story and let us tell our side of the story. And my hope is that just any woman, man out there, child out there, is okay with telling their story so you don't wait the 5 years and you get to get justice for something that happened to you.
Piter will have to register as a Tier 1 sex offender for 15 years. He's expected back in court on February 28th for his sentencing. In Cleveland, JADE Jarvis, News 5.